Okay, this is a video tutorial on how to make a multiple part track, how to record yourself with a backing track, and how to save it and upload it and put it onto Google Drive. Let's see how quick we can do this. Up the top left, plus button, create new. You can choose many things, but we only need the audio recorder. Up the top there is a ruler that says you've got 8 bars. Here it is. We need more than 8 bars. So if you've chosen to do a duet, or in this case a trio, from page 12, count up how many bars there are in Jingle Bells. It says there's 16, but if you include the repeat, there's an extra 8. So I believe it's 24. So I click the top right plus button. And now we can go section 8. We need to click on it and make the number of bars go up to 24. And then hit save. And then you can see that the ruler extends to having all 24 bars. Now as soon as you hit record, you'll be able to listen to 4 clicks of the metronome before the red line starts. So there's your 4 clicks, and you can hear how fast it is. So you can click stop, go to the spanner on the top right next to the question mark, which by the way is a very handy thing to turn on and off every now and again. So you can see it tells you lots of things about what you can do. But what we need is the spanner. We go to tempo down here. It's currently set to 110.
Yeah.
Maybe put it down to 80 or so, or 90.
It's 60%.
And now let's hit the record button. Let's see how fast it is.
Oh, that's unit 3.
That's probably a bit closer. And let's, instead of just having a metronome, let's click the tracks button. Next to the top there's a blue microphone. Next to that is the tracks button. Now, there's what I just recorded me yabbering on. Here is the loop button. 4-floor shuffle, that sounds good. Let's see how that sounds. Let's drag that in. Should fill up the whole bit at the bottom. If you've chosen something that is something different, that's fine, so long as it goes all the way across. If it doesn't, you can double click the blue part of the track and there'll be an option to say loop, and then that'll make it go all the way to the end of the 24 bars. Great! So we've got one drum track, and up here you've got one audio recording, and you need 3. So whilst we're here, let's go down to the bottom left. Let's make another track. Click the tracks button at the top. Down the bottom left, let's make a 3rd track. Click the tracks button at the top next to that blue microphone there. Then you can actually press and hold the drums, shuffle it down. You can actually move any of the tracks anywhere you want. So on the top here, I'm going to record the first part, part A. Let's see how we go. Remember, it doesn't record after 4 beats have clicked. Rest. Rest. Then you're up to bar 5. Bar 8. And if you hit stop at any time, I sang all the way up to, should have been playing it, but I got all the way up to bar 8, and let's just check the cursor. Yes, I got to bar 8, so I'm definitely staying in time. When you finish your recording, you should have filled up all the bars all the way to the end, and if you don't, if you kind of end up about here, you've either been playing too fast, or you've missed the repeat, or you're not doing the rests. So you know something's wrong. That's why it's really handy. Alright, so let's pretend that we've recorded that entire thing, and now I hit the tracks button at the top here. Click the 2nd track here. As soon as I hit record, it's going to flip around back to the screen where we can see the red needle going up and down. And you want that red needle to be close to the red, but not all the way to the end. So you might not need to point all the way at the iPad. You might want to face your instrument away, or just take 2 steps backwards until the needle here sits at about the number 1 towards the middle. Now you can hear the track that you recorded first playing as you're recording the 2nd track. Now hopefully that means it'll help you play in time with yourself, or you might find it really distracting. If you find it really distracting, it might be because you needed to go check if you've played it correctly, you played it in time. So always be grooving along to the recording, be tapping your foot, be bobbing along, so that when you do play all of the notes, they're always in time. Really connect up your notes so they're full and long, and do not take separate breaths between every single note. Join them all together. In particular, watch out for the slurs there that join one note to another. In this case, in bar 7, there's one. And be sure to do your rests. Then pretend that we've done the third one, the same steps. If it's too slow or too fast, go back to your spanner. You can change it right here. Okay, but now we need to save it and upload it. There is no save button. The save button is this button, top left, My Songs. If you walk away from your iPad and close it and you haven't pressed My Songs, it will not save and you might lose it. And when it does, it'll have the time and it'll be called My Song something. My Song 1, My Song 2. Click the title and rename it straight away so you don't forget. In this case, Jingle Bells. Your name. And this is important. Take 1. Press done, and you're not finished yet. Can't see it, so you press and hold until it jiggles. Look at them go. At the top left, there's a little export icon, and you have to select which one do you reckon. It's the bottom right one called Open In. Then it asks you to give yourself a name, which you do, and you can fill out all this. Here you can just put the name of the song and the name of you. You can do medium or low quality to make it faster. Hit share, and it exports it as an MP4. Or an MP3, I think. As soon as that's finished, you can then put it into Google Drive. And that's the next part's important because you need to put it in the correct folder. So before we do, let's see what it does. Okay, here it says, let's open up in Google Drive. Why not? This app closes, your Google Drive app opens. If it doesn't, it means you haven't got Google Drive installed. Yes, upload it. Now notice where it uploads to. At the top is the name of the folder that it's in. It's called Uploads. You need to move it. So where is it? It's down the bottom. There it is. Jingle Bells, Mr. B, take 1. And on the right hand side there's a little I. Press that I and it will ask you to move to. And of course you know what to do from here. Except there's a trick. If you go into, say if you're in 7C, and you're a clarinet player and your name is Austin, you don't have the folder yet to put it into because it's on page 12 and you've only got page 10 and 11. So I'm just going to swipe across and I would open up my Google Drive here, and I would have to stop this for a second. Before I move it, I need to actually navigate towards my drive and then go to it this way, and so I can make a folder inside Austin's folder. So on the top right there's a plus button, new folder, page, what are we, 12 and 13, create, boom. Now you go back to your uploads, go back, uploads, down the bottom. Now we're mucking around with the I button, move to, and you should be able to find it really easily. And then you, my friend, are done. Remember, it does not have to be perfect. In fact, when you listen to this recording, you need to be able to evaluate it, and that means you need to write down all the things you notice. Just like you would with a video recording, you're writing down your posture and whether the notes are held full, if there's any mistakes, just saying where they are, how well you did, things that went well, and things that could go better. The more of those things you can notice, the more marks you get from me. It doesn't have to be perfect the first time. Good luck, my friends. I'll see you in class.